Hey chums, welcome back to the long overdue podcast. I'm your host once again, the Immaculate Paulus, and with me is my ever I don't know how to describe them.
Just can't even be bothered anymore, can you?
I just can't be fucked. I can't be bothered anymore, mate. Yeah, roars, ladies and gents.
Well, at least I get a round of applause. That's something.
There we go. It's been a long time, man. I think it's been probably just over a month since we last did a podcast, and a bit's happened. I think when we last did it, Dragon Age was revealed, the gameplay trailer. Since then, they've had a full sort of story trailer, and my hype has gone from 4 to probably about 7. It's gone up a bit. I did like what I saw, but still, I'm still not as hyped as I was. So that's something.
Not as hyped as you were. You mean you're not as hyped as you were before the reveal that was in the Xbox?
Yeah, the original reveal
thing, which was terrible.
Yeah. And then I saw the gameplay and I was like, this is Mass Effect. And then I saw the story trailer and I was like, yeah, it could be interesting. Fighting gods now. Ancient
elven gods are blighted.
So yeah, that's good. I mean, yeah, why not? Sure. We can only go. You can only go. So where else do you take it? You know, like let's fight gods now. So
yeah. Well, I mean, you had to follow up on that, given what happened at the end of the Trespasser DLC and what Solus was going to do. So it was always going to end up there.
Turns out Solus is not the big bad. It's the blighted elven gods that we release when disrupting his spell to restart the world.
Well, I mean, he would have been the big bad if he actually carried out his ritual, because it would have just kind of destroyed the world as we know it.
Well, it seems like it happens really early in the game that you just disrupt it. So it's not like it doesn't build up to anything. It's just like, seems like literally the first mission or the first act or the prologue. So they would probably like
end of prologue or end of Act 1, isn't it? I imagine.
Yeah, well, you get introduced to Lance, Hardy, Varric, reintroduced to those guys and that detective thing.
She also mentioned, did you pick up on Harding casting magic in the recent trailer? What the hell is that about?
Yeah, I can't wait.
No do magic in Dragon Age.
I can't wait to see that. Wow,
something's gone squiffy there.
I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
We talked about this. I think it was in the last podcast we did, and we kind of discussed, because I, like you, I thought the reveal trailer in the Xbox event was awful. I have no idea why they thought that was a good idea, but I liked the gameplay reveal they did afterwards. But I take your points about, you said they look like they've just kind of turned it into Mass Effect, where you can just trigger like abilities from party members and you want it to be something separate. I think that's a fair point, but I think for me, the fact that it's always been like every game in this series has a different identity. None of them play like the game before it, so I'm kind of more forgiving on that, I think. And for me, it's more about the world and the characters and what's going on in the story, which is why I'm quite excited for it. But yeah, we have a release date for it now, which is Halloween, funnily enough. Kind of a weird release date, but there it is.
Yeah. I just can't get hyped for it, so I don't really can't really join you in your looking forward to it. I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
Go with your expectations and maybe you'll end up liking it.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll wait and see. It's a shame because Dragon Age is probably my favorite game series currently. Inquisition was a bit of a disappointment. the first act was really good, and then it sort of just fell away after the attack on Haven. It's just sort of lost steam. A lot of it was just nonsense. Going into zones that you don't really have an effect to the story, just finding out more of the lore. But I just don't think it was worth trudging through these big open zones to find bits and pieces of information about the area and the world. I don't know. I just I enjoyed, yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the first act. After they found Skyhold, it kind of just sort of, I don't know, it just sort of like they seemed to, it's just seemed to
settled into kind of open world.
Yeah, I mean, like
Template.
they blew their load too quick, and after that, the story sort of just ran out of steam, and the upgrading of Skyhold didn't really play into it. I kind of feel like they missed an opportunity there to sort of have that affect the outcome of the game, but it didn't really. It doesn't really matter. You know, you don't have to do anything to Skyhold. You can just leave it as it is.
Yeah, it's all mostly like cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, so I did everything just thinking in my head, because I played Dragon Age. What was the massive DLC that came out after Origins?
Awakening.
And that played into the final story if you upgrade the castle.
And you could choose to like abandon the town or
Amaranthine,
and defend your castle instead.
Defend the keep.
Cool choice.
So that was good, but they didn't. So just never happened. Sort of just went, oh, here's Corypheus, go sort him out, and that was it. And I was like, oh, okay.
So again, I kind of mostly agree. Like a lot of it was like open world collectathon stuff. It didn't really serve much of a purpose. The zones were too big, and they've said in Veilguard that they've reined that in quite a bit, which is probably a good thing. But again, there was a lot of lore dump stuff in there, and because I like have the lore books and I've read the novels and the graphic novels and everything, all that stuff was kind of like red meat to me. There's bits of it where they mention characters from the novels, and I was like, oh my god, characters from the novels. So stuff like that worked for me. And then throughout the whole series, the stuff that's always been of most interest to me is like the ancient elven stuff, and they kind of just double down on that with like the Illuvian network and the elves guarding the what was it, the Well of Sorrows? I can't remember what it was called now.
The Well of Souls,
something like that. It's been 10 years since I played it, but there was like old elves that had been like there for thousands of years or something guarding it.
Just
stuff like that
around.
I really appreciated. Yeah,
just hanging around, waiting for hopefully one day someone will just happen to pop in to
say hi
and go hi, and then they're like, "Oh, we got to stop you now," and they're like, "Oh, okay, you've been here for 1,000 years." Yeah, just
been pretty boring, to be honest.
It's been well boring. Just standing around.
You could tell they decided like, all right, this is going to be our big kind of open world, do everything game, and it would kind of. There was just too much stuff, and a lot of it didn't really factor into the main plot, really. But it sounds like this one's a lot more focused anyway, so at least that'll be a plus.
It's going to be Mass Effect 2 sort of style missions, where it's self-contained sort of missions. Hopefully, they won't do a thing at the end
result screen.
It's
a frigging arcade game or something.
Yeah, it kind of took me out of it. I loved that game, but that did take me out of it. I was just like, I wish they got rid of that. It didn't flow.
Complaining about that.
Didn't flow.
When did that come out? 2010.
I think
we're still complaining about it 14 years later because that's how bad those result screens were.
Yeah, but I'll play it. I'll buy it day one. I'll hopefully like when we do a podcast about it, I will change my mind. But at the moment, just like whatever. It's been 10 years. Yeah,
it has been 10 years. It's a long time.
Morrigan's in it again. Yeah, she looks like her mum.
Well, she is if you did pick the right ending.
Oh yeah, that one. That's just I don't know what they. Sometimes I feel like they had all these plot threads and they just didn't know how to resolve them because the story was so inconsistent. You know what I mean? It was like I really like Dragon Age 2. I think that's superior to Inquisition. Controversial, I know.
I'm replaying it at the moment. I do really like it as well.
I really, really like it. I like what they try to do with it. So maybe I should like think like put my sort of Dragon Age 2 head on hat and go in it thinking, oh, I'm not going to like this, and then come out going, oh, I really liked it because I really like Dragon Age 2 and I think it's better than Inquisition. I like the characters better. I like the way they tried to tell the story. Good cast. Yeah.
It has my favorite Dragon Age character across the whole series, isn't it?
Who's that, Varric?
Meryl.
She's only been in one game, though.
I know, but she's just so naive. It's great.
She's a bit too naive for my liking. I like her. I romance her. But I think she's a bit too naive. She can't just like go, oh, blood magic's not bad unless you have bad intentions or use it in the wrong way. I'm like, that's kind of, you're being kind of naive here. And what happens? It goes wrong and it ends up killing people and killing her. Who's the elder? Is it called the elder or the first? Not
Keeper,
first enchanter.
Marathari.
The keeper, yeah, ends up
the first
killing
enchanter.
Yeah. The first enchanter is the Circle of Magi, I think.
Yeah.
The
Elvish Dalish is the
Dalish keeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was a bit naive, and then her actions had consequences, but she didn't realize, even though we all told her, I think this is a good idea. Messing with blood magic's not a good idea. She's like, no, I got it. I know what I'm doing. And what happened? It all went wrong, and she got not isolated from her tribe. She got banished, exiled. Yeah. But then that's probably the whole intention of like, she was so pig-headed that she thought she knew better than the keeper and everyone else, that she was so like saying, oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm so stubborn. Blood magic might be bad, but I know what I'm doing and I know how to control it. And yeah, but then it ended up wrong. And then she learned a valuable lesson. So maybe that was a point. But sometimes I was just thinking, God, Meryl, you're so damn naive. Why don't you just listen?
Yeah, but she's got that Welsh accent.
You like the Welsh accent, do you?
Yeah, I think she's got a great accent, really good voice. Everyone on the voice cast is good. It's weird. I'm replaying it at the moment, the first time in like 10 years. And when I first played it, I can't remember I don't think Xenoblade Chronicles was out, or I just hadn't played it at the time. But the guy that voices Anders in Dragon Age 2 is the voice actor of Shulk, the main character in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and it's really jarring in that. But like the voice cast is really good. All the characters are great. It's an underrated game.
Yeah. Speaking of games, what have you been doing? Playing much? What have you been doing with your pathetic life?
Wow. Nice, isn't it?
Well, come on.
Why am I friends with you?
I don't know. Like, why have we got a YouTube channel?
I don't know either.
I've only had one beer. I've just literally drinking it. I know it's already coming out.
Getting violent.
Well, not violent. That comes later. The
verbal violence.
The barb tongue. But what have you been doing? I asked you a question. God damn it!
I've been playing Dragon Age 2, as I said. I was planning to do the whole series and all DLC, and I just thought, you know what? There's not time for that. And I was like, I think I was about 10 hours into Origins, and I was like, oh, this isn't going to happen. And I've played Origins about 3 times, I think, and I've only played Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition once each, so I thought I'll just skip to 2. So I'm coming up on the end. Yeah, so I'm coming up on the end of Act 1. Just finished like the Deep Roads. What's it called? Exploration. Can't remember the word.
Expedition.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Completely mind blanked on that word. But yeah, just finished that bit before we started recording. But I really liked it the first time I played it. Back before Inquisition, because I didn't actually play it at release. I played it just before Inquisition came out. And so yeah, I haven't played it in 10 years. So I really enjoyed it then. I'm really enjoying it now. What else? Watching Tower of God season 2. That was like 3 years after season 1 came out, and it's very, very different from season 1. I'm not sure what to make of it at the moment. And then yesterday I started Hellblade 2 again because I played about half an hour of it when it came out and then hadn't touched it since. So I started it again yesterday and played about an hour of it. So I'll crack on with that. It's a very good looking game. I'm playing it on PC, so I can play above 30 FPS. But probably the best looking game I've seen at this point. Very nice. What about you? What have you been up to other than drinking and getting abusive?
Oh, Jesus. In terms of gaming, I've been doing stuff like, working and stuff, all that shit, and other stuff that's come up. But in terms of like personal entertainment, not a great deal, to be honest. I was playing Baldur's Gate 3. I've gotten deep into Act 3, so I'm quite close to the end. I just beat one of the hardest bosses, which was satisfying because apparently that boss is a real pain in the ass. But other than that, not too much. I haven't really had the time to play, not stream, make videos. As you probably noticed, Roars has been uploading some videos. You uploaded a recent pickups video. You recorded you did another video. I can't remember. Was it
I did
a
a
demo
for the
of
video for the demo of Visions of Mana,
Visions
which
of
I'm really
Mana?
looking forward to, which comes out in
Yeah,
12 days as of recording this.
and you
Really
also did
excited for that.
a exploring Game Pass video.
I did for Dungeons of Hinterberg, which came out fairly recently, which
Yeah.
is it's quite good fun. That quite enjoyed it. Check it out if you haven't.
Yeah, please do. But other than that, no, sorry. I've not streamed. I haven't streamed anything on Twitch. I haven't really recorded anything. It's just my time's been eaten up so much recently. So I haven't really had time. I mean, we managed to get together and record a podcast, but besides that, I've been kind of slacking. Not intentionally. It's just I haven't had the right amount of time to record, because recording in itself, you could record up something up to 2 hours, and then you sort of like you can edit it down or release the whole thing. But you just finding that time to set up and record and get in the mood.
I know you're not going to be interrupted and everything.
Yeah, it's just it's been it's not been optimal, ideal to record or stream at the moment. Hopefully next month in September I'll have a bit more free time, and I'll be able to get back on some sort of schedule, because I used to stream every weekend pretty much. Then that sort of just that's not possible at the moment. I like to record some videos. I did have a video sort of in mind to record, but at the moment that's been put on the back burner. But yeah, playing Baldur's Gate. I haven't really watched much in terms of. I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought that was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Probably Marvel's best film for a while. A lot of fun, very entertaining. If you haven't seen it, go see it, because it's just a bit of silly fun. A lot of cameos in it, but I didn't get too much. Wasn't too fan servicey, because it's delving into the multiverse. You expect to but Deadpool's from a different sort of universe than the Avengers and stuff. So they sort of talk about that in the film. But yeah, other than that, just trying to get through and get through as much as I can in terms of like personal stuff and work and everything. And yeah, that's about it really. But we got something coming up.
No,
No,
news to me.
we do. we will be attending the London Anime and Gaming Con as not press this time. It's creator. So we both been fortunate enough to be given creators pass. So we'll be attending the London Anime and Gaming Con at the end of September for both days, Saturday and Sunday. And the dates are the last week of August, I believe. I believe they're the last ones. If I can just find the dates. I think it's from the 31st to the 1st of September. We'll be at London Anime and Gaming Con. I'll put a little link.
Having lots of fun. Our favourite con.
Yeah, I'll put a link into their website. So if you haven't got a ticket, you can go and get yourself a ticket, and then you can come and see us. And yeah,
no, I'm laughing because I just searched London Anime and Gaming Con to try and to find the website to see where the dates were, and I'd searched it on Bing just because I have that as my default for Microsoft rewards and stuff. And the first result is Eventbrite, so selling tickets. The second result is a video.
It's our video.
It's our video.
Which one?
Cool. Last August.
Last August. Yeah, that's been doing well. They normally start really picking up when it comes to the event because I guess people want to see what it's like. Yeah. And it's good. And our videos always seem to pop up as the most searched, most watched video. That's probably why they give us like passes all the time. Well, this is only the second time, and this time we're not press, we're creators, which I think just means the same thing
differently for us. Does it actually get us access to anything else? Because last time, literally all the press one got us was entry
for free.
It said on like the FAQ, you don't have like access to any like backstage areas or anything. I was like, oh, that's a shame. So it would have been cool to like go behind and talk to the.
They did actually send me like a package, but I've not actually read any of it. So that's a good question, and it might be something to look into. I'm pretty sure they just reworded it and just put it down as a creator pass to make it sound.
Maybe it's just the same thing.
I think it really is. It's got expectations, what they want us to do, but it doesn't actually say that what it gives us to. Oh, they put an attachment. Anyway, this is getting a bit like we're not here to like go through what we're doing. But yeah, so we also got you got Gamescon coming up.
We have indeed next week. Well, it might actually, depending on when this goes out, it might be now.
It could be now.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeff Keighley's opening night live is Tuesday evening. So that would be interesting. He said there's going to be reveals and stuff in it, which is usually he only says that if there's actually reveals, because a lot of the time he's just got new trailers for stuff, which is why a lot of people are losing patience with Jeff Keighley's like Summer Games Fest and stuff because they don't tend to be very good. But maybe this one will be.
Yeah.
It's a very poor replacement for E3 as Summer Games Fest. But Gamescom's different. It's its own thing. It's like the biggest trade show in Cologne, I think, isn't it, in Germany?
That's right, yeah.
And
I would like to go to that one day. I mean, how do you have to get like, is it just like you can go, is it like EGX where you can just sort of buy tickets?
I think you can just go as a punter.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Something to look into next year.
We should do stuff like that. Because we've done pretty much every con in the UK. We should start like branching out a bit, even if we just do like one a year or something.
Well, we've done a lot in London, but a lot of the cons in London are just in the UK are just the same con, but in different locations.
Just move around to different cities.
Yeah. So yeah, that'd be a good idea. we've always talked about doing cons in different countries, and maybe Gamescom might be a good idea. Get a little holiday out of it, get to see Cologne, go around and Gamescon and stuff. Try the German beer and Wiener Schnitzel.
Well, that's Austrian, but why not?
Oh, come on. Pretty much the same bloody thing, isn't it?
Don't say that too. Don't call an Austrian a mountain German. They won't appreciate it.
It was isn't Cologne near the south? Well,
I'm
on
not sure,
border
to be honest.
with Austria.
I'm
Oh
not
no,
up to date on my.
it's in the the
It's in
west.
Germany here. Yeah.
It's in the west part because I remember like didn't get taken over by the Russians. So
I'm not up to date on my German geography, fortunately.
why
But
not?
yes, it is
Why
in the
not?
west of Germany.
Yeah, there I am. Right. Don't get scared, man. It's just
Yeah,
we're
that
ignorant.
always
We're
terrifies me when you know something.
we're ignorant Brits. We don't know a lot of things, man, and we just sort of hyperbulate and stuff. Um, yeah, so I'm looking forward to Gamescom. There's been some rumors swirling around, some games of Xbox going to PlayStation, some PlayStation games coming to Xbox.
Well, it's a
Um,
Square Enix game, not a
well,
PlayStation game.
you know what I mean, like something that was money hatted by PlayStation is going to come over to Xbox. There's been talk of Forza going to PlayStation. Um, Indiana Jones is still a one that people think they want to go to PlayStation. Um, but I don't know
Well,
what
there's
to
been a rumor
believe.
pop up in
Yeah.
this last week. A couple of people on Reset here, a couple of very connected people that who have takes that tend to pan out. Shinobi
Mm,
602, who works for a games developer, and then Nate Drake or Nate the Hate, either one he goes by, who's an insider. They tend to both be fairly well connected, and they both said that Xbox will be announcing another PlayStation port this coming week. So people are
mm,
assuming Gamescom. Um,
mm,
Xbox are going to be at Gamescom, but I can't imagine them announcing a first party game going to PlayStation being a great thing to do at their presentation if they're doing one. But
mm,
but yeah, another insider on Twitter posted a Mexico GIF, so that's why people think it's Forza Horizon 5. And if
mm,
it is Forza Horizon 5, then everything's on the table because that's like the most um, successful XGS game that they've had, pretty much. So if they're going to port that to everything, then they might as well just go third party now. But
mm,
Jez Gordon came out yesterday or the day before, and he said he thinks he's heard that it might be indie. So, but again, that's bizarre because the last thing we heard was that Microsoft went and renegotiated the contract with Disney when they acquired Bethesda to make it exclusive. So what have they gone back and said, Archie, we change our mind? It's just
mm,
this whole thing is just a mess, and they either need
mm,
to stop what they're doing or just rip the band-aid off and go full third party because they're just treating their own fans like mugs at this point.
mm.
And it's not a great situation, but we'll see. Then the flip side of that is, as you were mentioning, um, again, Nate Drake has said that FF16 is definitely coming to Xbox. It's just a matter of when they announce it. So I mean, that could be at Gamescom. The
Yeah.
exclusivity is up by this point. Um, I think originally it was meant to be 6 months exclusive, and then it could come to PC, and then another 6 months, and it could come to other consoles. And I think it came out in June last year. So the full year is up. I mean, it should have been
So
out on PC at the beginning of the year, but Square Enix are stupid. So
the sales of Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy Rebirth haven't been as good as well. I know Rebirth hasn't. The sales have been below expectations and not as good as Remake. That
I
was
think they were both somewhere around 3 million was the estimate for both of them, which is not bad, but
not as good
given how
as
much money they must have spent on those games, it's
mm,
surely not what they would have been hoping for.
yeah. So maybe Square Enix are looking into. Well, they should be looking into porting it to other consoles.
I mean, they
People.
should be anyway, unless it's like fully exclusive, because otherwise, you're allowed to put it on other platforms. You're going to make money doing it.
Mm,
You're going to make more money than you would porting it, than you'd spend porting it, regardless. Like even if it doesn't sell very much, you're still going to make more money than the porting costs.
mm,
But it's just they seem to be completely stupid. Like they were free and clear to put 16 on PC 8 months ago, and they haven't done it. And then Rebirth was apparently only 3 months. When did that come out? February, I think. So they could have put that on PC in May, and they haven't even announced either of them formally at this point. So, what the hell are they doing over there? Like hamstringing their own games. I don't understand.
Yeah, maybe they're waiting for Xbox to pay them to port their game.
But nobody's going to pay them to put it on PC. Well, Epic might,
Yeah,
but they probably won't want to go Epic again. They did that with 7, and everyone just flipped their shit.
Yeah,
But Steam aren't going to pay them for a port.
No. If they're smart, they won't do it. You can't. There's no. Steam have got a monopoly on PC gaming. That's kind of that. It's either that or I don't know. Good old games. Are they part of Steam now? Because I know you can link your account to.
I think GOG launched. Was it Galaxy or something? They launched their own launcher where you could put all your games in there, but I've only got a handful of games on GOG, so I never used it.
Yeah,
you can add non-Steam games to Steam as well and launch them through that, but I don't really see the point, to be honest.
It's kind of like, what's the point? Like Steam just dominated they were smart. They saw it. They jumped on that sort of. They took the initiative and sort of saw the bigger picture, made it so. Still battling out in the games, in the console sort of domain. There was talk of like Xbox, because Xbox is releasing the new Call of Duty on Game Pass. So that they said that the sales of Game Pass have gone up just because for that. And there's also talk. There's a big rumor that Xbox have gone into sort of like a partnership with Take-Two. So Take-Two for the new GTA to do like a bundle for Xbox. It's a very I can't remember where I saw it, but there was a rumor going around that there were talks and that they wanted to do their promotion for the new GTA. And if that's even remotely true, that's a big sort of that's a big coup. What's the word up? Coup for Xbox. I don't know how much it is true. It could be just something I saw on Twitter.
I hadn't heard that, but then I don't look at anything related to GTA because I don't like the games. But it's not something I'd heard yet.
Yeah, you're in a very small minority that don't
I know.
like the game. Yeah.
I think I'm the only person in the world that doesn't own a copy of GTA 5.
It's a good game. You should play it. But
nah.
Then again, you play.
Never played a Rockstar game I've enjoyed.
You always play weeby Japanese games.
Not always, just maybe about 60% of the time.
You like playing as young kids.
Well, now we're getting into weird stuff.
That's it, man. That's the weeb community, man. Weirdos. Anyway,
says the guy with an anime poster behind him.
That is a fucking work of art. Princess Mononoke.
It is a very good film.
It's different
but you're still a weeb.
I know. I've got a figure of Korosu back there on top. You can sort of see on top of my shelf. My beloved Korosu. It's like the centerpiece. It's the standout figure of my collection. I like anime. I'm kidding. I've not watched much anime, to be honest with you. I don't know. Like, I go through these periods. I know we mentioned it where I watch a shit ton of anime. I just sort of binge and I just sort of consume. And then there's parts where I just like you sort of get burnt out. I've seen all this sort of like slice of life, high school, like sort of not.
I've seen a shonen anime before.
Shonen. What's the one where you get transported to a different world?
Isekai.
Yeah.
A million isekai animes.
Yeah.
So, I can't watch isekai shows anymore.
So it's like, I've seen it all now. I mean, the last big one I saw was Chainsaw Man, and
that was good fun.
It was, but I feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Chainsaw Man didn't meet certain people's expectations. I don't know why, if they read the manga or they haven't read the, or people were talking about who read the manga, they were expecting something life changing. But it was good. I really
It was
enjoyed it,
good.
but
I enjoyed it. It was a
I
fun
didn't.
show.
It's a fun show, but it's not something I would say you definitely have to watch. It's not one of them. It's
Mm.
not like an Evangelion or something like that, where it's you got to watch this. This is part of anime history. This is a footprint in the genre. It wasn't
I
one of
feel like there's
those.
less of those like shows with huge impact like that these days, but like the
Mm,
general quality is higher. Like most
mm,
shows are decent, whereas it used to be
yeah,
like some were good, some were really shit. I mean,
I
don't get me
mean,
wrong, there's still absolutely dreck like
mm,
Assassin's Pride out there, but it feels
uh,
like the quality bar has come up a bit, but you don't get as many like the
well,
big
it only seems to be
cultural hits.
one studio like making all the big bangers, and that's
Mm.
Nappa. I think they're the ones like making it. They did the Attack on Titan as well. Um, yeah, so that
Yeah, I think they
studios,
picked up the last couple of seasons, didn't they, Mappa?
yeah. So they're sort of making all the big shows and killing their stuff in the process. Um, but yeah, I don't think it was like a must see, like say the first season of Attack on Titan or the final season of Attack on Titan. I thought
No,
it
I
was a
still
good
haven't
show.
watched the movies.
Yeah, well, there you are. I know you. You want to rewatch the whole fucking
No,
first
I
three,
did that before they did the final season. I rewatched the whole
the
thing because it had been
final
years,
season.
and then it was the final season. Then it was the final season, and then it was
Mm,
the movies. And I just lost interest now.
yeah.
I haven't watched the movies at all.
Um, I would, when you get some time, just watch it and um, yeah, just put an end to it. And
Hmm.
there's talk about doing a sort of alternative sort of ending for it. I
Never
don't know,
end.
but I don't know if that's going to happen because I just think it's a more fan wish fulfill wish fulfill wishing that there is an alternative ending. I thought it ended perfectly, to be honest. I thought it was a good ending. Um, Bittersweet, of course, it's how it should be. It was never going to be a happy ending for everyone, but I thought it sort of wrapped everything up pretty nicely. Um, but yeah, so we got on to talking about anime. Why? I was because I was talking about game like GTA and stuff. Um, yeah. Anything else been happening in the world of video games?
I don't know. I've been a little bit out of the
Any?
loop.
Yeah, we were saying beforehand that we kind of been out of the. I haven't really been following any of the news or anything like that. So,
I started a
I'm
new job 2 weeks ago, so the last 2 weeks have just my head's just been full of new job stuff. So it's just, but is also the
yeah,
reason why I have a little bit more free time and I've actually been able to
uh,
do some videos. So
yeah,
by that same notion, I've kind of been
yeah,
out of the loop for video game
yeah,
news stuff.
yeah. Well, yeah, no. Well, this is kind of like dead air now, isn't it? We're just like, oh, what are
This
we
is
going
what
to talk
happens when we
about?
don't prepare beforehand.
We normally have
Usually
like a
prepare a bit.
topic. We normally have a topic and we sort of try and stick with it, but we thought we'd freestyle it and just because we haven't done it for a while. So we just thought we need to catch up and just sort of see what's happening in our lives and in the world of gaming and other such stuff. But we're kind of like not done much and we've been out the loop. I mean, we talked about Gamescon. That's the big thing that's happening. And other than that, we've been talking about like Xbox, still possibility of
Shooting themselves in the feet.
they're they always seem like we keep saying it. They always take one step forward and two steps back. Just stick to your guns, man. Just go for it and try advertising your shit a bit more. You never
Or
see
at all.
advertisements. Yeah, never see advertisements on buses, on billboards, on any sort of thing like will get people's attention. It's really annoying. PlayStation have that down to a T. They know what they how to sort of advertise, promote their games. Xbox is just sort of like,
Same with
yeah,
Nintendo. I mean, you see ads for Nintendo and PlayStation on TV.
mm,
The last time I saw an Xbox ad on TV, it must literally be years, like years, generally year, like genuinely, it's been years. I can't remember the last game I saw them advertise on TV. I remember seeing
Uh,
ads on TV for Halo 5. That was 9 years ago. I don't remember
mm,
anything else since then that immediately comes to mind. Maybe Gears 5. Again, that was 5 years ago. They don't advertise. I mean, you see in all the discourse online, people say, oh, they only care about the US and the UK. They don't give a shit about the UK. They don't advertise here.
mm,
Like, they do okay here relative to like other markets in Europe, but they don't make any effort here.
mm.
Yeah, it's just
I
yeah.
see.
They don't. How can you expect to sell things if you're not telling people that the things exist?
Talking of exclusives, Avowed's been pushed back just so it's not competing with Dragon
Getting out
Age.
of the way of Dragon Age.
The Veil Guard, stupid name.
I still don't know why they have that the in the title.
Just call it Veil Guard. The Veil Guard. Oh, okay, all right, cool.
Do you know what's
Man,
annoying about that also at the moment?
What?
With Dragon Age 2 was originally supposed to be called Dragon Age Exodus.
Exodus.
And then EA kind of bullied them into calling it Dragon Age 2. If they'd stuck to their guns, we'd have a whole series of 4 games that are all sequels, but none of them would have a number. That'd be pretty. So it would have been Origins, Exodus, Inquisition, Veilguard instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. Which I'm all in favor of just giving a game a subtitle instead of a number, but EA screwed that up. But yeah, the Veilguard sucks. Just call it Veilguard.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why they got rid of Dreadwolf because Solus doesn't seem to be the primary antagonist, which gives it a bit more mystery because I think everyone was going into Veilguard, the Veilguard, thinking, it's Solus, we've got to stop Solus. Pretty much that's like you stop him and then make things worse. So so that's brought a bit more sort of mystery to the game. You don't know kind of what what you're expecting because everyone thought, oh, he's just going to go up against Solus. Old friends fighting. I can see Varric dying in that, going on to Varric.
It did.
It's kind of giving that.
The 20-minute gameplay demo they did, or gameplay reveal, or whatever it was, the whole time I was thinking they're going to kill off Varric.
Because he's not a party member. He's not a party member in it.
It all seems very like final the way Varric's talking.
Yeah. I mean,
I like Varric. I hope they don't kill him off. But
do you know what? Fuck him. Let's kill him.
I was thinking yesterday, actually. Sarah in Inquisition is like constantly like talking down all the elven stuff, like she's got no time for it at all. I'd like to see her reaction to what's going on in Veilguard. So, see, Sarah, it was actually all real. And she'd be like, oh shit, I was just an idiot all along.
She's an idiot, but
she is an idiot. She's kind of an annoying character as well.
Who do you reckon will
great tavern song though?
Who do you reckon will make an appearance from the three previous games, apart from Morrigan, because we know she's going to be in it?
Be interesting if Cullen turns up, because I think he'd be the only character to be in every game in the series.
Just sort of turns up. Hi guys.
Just had to get in here, so I'm in all of them.
Do you need a commander or something? I'm kind of like a loss of what to do since the Inquisition disbanded.
Yeah, I was trying to think of characters that have been in every game so far, and I think the only one I can think of is Cullen. So
Liliana.
Is she in two?
She's in the deal that Sebastian.
Sebastian Vale.
Yeah, she's in that, but that wasn't in
Prince.
She wasn't in. Oh, and she's in the end of it as well, Liliana. Remember when the story's over and she talks to Cassandra?
Oh yeah, in the framing narrative bit.
Yeah, she's in there.
There's two then. Well, I'm pretty sure Liliana will turn up anyway. Oh, she's kind of a big deal now.
You can either make her the
divine.
Divine. I did in my game. She's the divine in mine.
Same.
I just thought it kind of makes sense, like story wise, like throughout all the games of seeking redemption and joining the
Chantry.
the Chantry and trying to get away from her past and make amends and stuff. So it'll be a good character arc that she actually becomes the divine after all she's done, all she's been through. Yeah, so hope hopefully she does make an appearance. I can see she probably will. I don't know if she'll be like fighting or she just be just a divine sitting around in her divine room, going giving out orders and
On a
stuff. I don't
divine
know.
throne.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I mean, they're going to have to show some of the old characters just because people will be expecting to see them. Like Alistair, if he survived and you made him King of Ferelden, probably turn up. Had a bit of a cameo in Inquisition. Spoke to his own mother, and I don't think he even knew it.
Yeah, Fiona.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like she's Orlesian elf mage who slept with the king of Ferelden.
Merit.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. Jesus, no wonder they like kept Alistair a secret. What a scandal
again,
that will be.
That's kind of going back to why I actually liked Inquisition quite a lot because it pays off a lot of the stuff that's in novels and stuff that I really appreciated.
Yeah,
but yeah, maybe he'll pop up. Maybe him and Morrigan's kid will actually finally appear and do something.
yeah, Morgan's kid, but he hasn't got the soul of the old god anymore. Got taken out of him. So he'd just be like there, just going hi.
Might be like Sandal Feddick now, just like simple.
It would have been good if they made him a playable character. Could have joined your party. That would have made it sort of more connected, if that's possible. Because it just seems more.
Sandal, think they'll come back?
I hope not. Didn't really like them.
Are they in Inquisition? I can't even remember if they're in that or not.
No, they're not. They're not. Which is weird. You thought they probably could have been in it because you're in Skyhold. You're getting all these allies, and they could have just been working there, making you runes and stuff like that.
Yeah, doing enchantment.
But no, they didn't do that. Maybe because they just thought, what are we going to do with Sandal? It's a sort of connection with Sandal because he's simple, but there's a reason why, and you can sort of see things. There's like hinted at that
they haven't paid it off yet. They need to at some point.
They sort of hinted that he, like, what's her name? Morrigan's mum, Flemeth, sort of was speaking to him at night and stuff and appearing to him. So yeah, maybe he will. I don't know. Who knows? Like if it's going to be your party, it's going to be like just the 7 companions, or it's going to be like a big sort of organization like the Inquisition.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing because the game's called the Veil Guard, it'll be kind of a similar big organization kind of thing. But maybe you'll just see some people hanging around at your home base that you know from previous games. But I guess we'll see in 2 months and a bit, 2.5 months ish.
Yeah. I'm not really feeling any of the characters yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the thing with new characters. You're going to take time to kind of get to know them. Right off the bat, they're not really going to be jumping out at you. That's why they bring back like returning characters like Varric and Harding, so you've got something to kind of latch onto while you learn the new characters.
Yeah.
Interesting seeing what the female Kunari character's like.
Yeah, no, it's not the first female Kunari. You get to see one in Trespasser. The leader of the gang of the Kunari who were attacking the thing. I don't know.
When he went and froze them all, turned them to stone or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah. So anything else, Mr. Rawls? Are we gonna carry on, or we got any other news or anything you would like to discuss?
Well, as you say, I think we're both a little bit out of the loop, so we'll have to make sure we prepare for the next episode a bit better. Because we just kind of rambled on stuff, started off on Dragon Age, rambled about things, and rambled back towards Dragon Age, but I don't think there's really much that's been happening. Obviously, Gamescom's coming up in a couple of days, so next time we'll probably have more to talk about. Then obviously also there's LAGC, so we'll be talking about that as well. I think we'll have
Um,
plenty of material for the next episode, but this one's a bit
yeah, it's a bit of a
light.
dud. Not dud, but yeah, we realized that there wasn't much to talk about. We thought we could sort of freestyle it and not have something that we can focus on to talk about. But we ended up just talking about Dragon Age again. My disappointment,
Xbox's woes.
Xbox's woes. Yeah, just football season
That'll be a
started.
returning conversation though, the state of Xbox. Yes,
Football
football season has started. Did you win today, Paul?
No,
Was it a draw?
2-1 to
Oh, really?
Brentford.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not
I
great
thought it was
start.
like, I thought Palace were ahead when I looked, but I can't remember off the top of my head now.
They had 2 goals disallowed. So
wow, okay.
Yeah, not great. But there you are. That's good old Palace.
That's football.
That's football, man. Speaking of football, has the new EA sports game been released?
EAFC.
AFC.
Shouldn't you know?
No, I don't work for EA anymore.
Oh, you didn't even tell me that.
No.
You told me you were going for another job.
No. I work for the same company, but just a different department.
You moved to a different. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea because I haven't played a FIFA game in years.
I normally get used to get free copy, so that's how that's how I started playing it. I think it's around about this time the game gets released, but I haven't seen much hype for it. It's the same bloody game every year, to be honest, just with various
updates.
Could be the worst updates. That's what it seems to be. So yeah,
on September the 27th. So there you go.
You are. There you go. So yeah, any anime you want you that's worth watching that you've watched?
Well, so I'm watching season 2 of Tower of God at the moment, and just watching an episode a week as they come out. I really like the first season. Season 2 is a bit different.
What about Demon Slayer? That new season came out and everyone said it was shit.
No, it's good. It was pretty good. Finished a while back now, but
it got bad reviews because they said it seems to be mostly filler. What was it? The source?
It's a training arc.
Yeah. Then
it's a lot of character. It's a lot of character stuff, but there's still a lot of action in it, and it's still really well animated and looks great.
But
I enjoyed it.
You don't really watch Demon Slayer for the characters. You watch it for the action.
You kind of do.
Fuck no, I don't. It's bloody characters are so one note and generic. I'm just like, there's the angry one. There's the scared one who fancies the girl, and he's a bit creepy. There's the stoic, like I'd never do anything wrong hero. And then they have
just described 97% of anime.
Exactly. That's why I say I don't watch it for the characters. The characters are shit. They're just like copy and paste. I'm just like, that's that one. That's that the quiet girl.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It's not. Yeah. Nothing is going to touch the Entertainment District arc because that was just.
Yeah, that was the
constant
business.
Action. Yeah, it was very.
And that's
good.
what you want with Demon Slayer. I don't watch it for the character building. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but they've got to cover the material that's in the manga. And the next season is the last. Well, the next arc is the final arc. So you need to show them like training up for that because otherwise they're just going to go in there and get wiped out. They're either going to all go in there and die, or they're all going to go in there and win. And you're like, how the hell did they win in that? So
yeah, but to say it gives build characters, I don't give a fuck. Just show them fight each other or something. I don't know.
It's a short season anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. I mean, the last couple have been shortish. But I started watching this show. I don't know if you've heard of it. 86 came out 2-3 years ago. And it's been on my watch list for ages, and I started watching that, and that seems pretty good. There's really good action scenes in that. It's this sort of society that's at war, but they use like automated drones to fight the war. So you see it from the perspective of like this small country that's under attack by a big empire. And they're all just completely like blasé about it because they're all just, we just send the drones off and they do it, and nobody's acting like there's actually a war going on. And supposedly the enemy's drones wiped out the enemy civilization, like turned against them and wiped them out, but they only have a certain lifespan. So everyone's like, oh, they'll just be non-operative in 2 years anyway, so we'll just send our drones out for 2 years and just act like nothing's going on. But it turns out that this small country's drones aren't automated. They're piloted by like a ethnic minority, which is pretty fucked up.
Whoa.
But yeah, like the action scenes.
So they wiped out the Empire, the drones.
Well, I'm only like 3 episodes in at the moment. I don't know so I don't actually know what's happened. But what they're saying is the Empire's own like drones wiped their own civilization out, like they turned against them.
Right.
But they were being like beaten back quite heavily until they developed their own drones, which is like the public story. But the real story is they're actually being piloted by an ethnic minority, and they're just being like sent out to die, basically.
Holy shit!
It seems a little bit dark, but the action scenes are really good. And the main character looks almost exactly like Joshua Bright from Trails in the Sky, if anyone's played those games. So that's the reason I watched it, because I saw that character. I was like, that looks like Joshua from Trails. But yeah, it seems pretty good. I think it came out in like 2021, 22, something like that. It's been on my watch list for a while. But that's about it, really. I need to get into something else, because watching one episode of one anime a week is a bit... I'm not a fan of it. I prefer to just let something finish and then just watch it all.
That's really I like that as well. I like just to binge watch it, sort of let it finish, sort of when you got some free time, sit down, just have a cold drink and just watch it and see what you think of it, instead of just going week by week.
Otherwise you're watching like 24 minutes and then like a week later another 24 minutes. I usually forget half of what happened in the last episode because it's been a week.
You'd have a bad short-term memory.
I do have a bad memory.
Yeah.
Short or long-term.
Yeah. I mean, you play fucking games, the whole series of games before a new game gets released, just to jog your memory again. I was like, there's a thing called Wikipedia. Just read out the synopsis. Read the plot, man. Just
not the same.
Don't put yourself through 80 hours of getting through like 2 games to play the new game. Just fuck that.
I mean, I enjoy the games, so that's why I've always been meaning to replay them anyway. I tend to only do that with shorter games, like when a new Gears game comes out, I'll replay the series just to get excited for it, or a new Halo or something like that. But for big RPGs, I don't tend to do it unless it's been like literally a decade.
Gears of War.
I listened to that song the other day. It popped into my head.
Really?
Yeah,
holy shit.
Terrible song.
It's a bad song,
Gears of War by Megadeth. Go and listen to it and then sit there and wonder what the hell happened to make that happen. Terrible song.
Exactly. Terrible band. No, they're not. They're great. Yeah, so I think we'll leave it there for this episode. It's been a bit of an unfocused one, but it's good to do sort of get one out there and just talk what's on our mind and what we've been doing. We'll have
saddle.
The Gamescom would have happened a time when this episode was released. We will do one about Gamescon, and we'll also be talking about London Anime and Gaming Con and why it's the best con in our opinion in London at the moment. Yeah, fair. I think we'll leave it there. So thanks for this. Before I go, this podcast is available on all podcast streaming platforms apart from Apple Music. But yeah, we're available everywhere else. So if you don't want to see our ugly faces, just give us a listen in the background while you do something important with your life. So yeah, thanks for watching.
What could be more important than this?
That's it. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out myself. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you again on the next episode. Bye.
See you, pals.